Hello there, Amanda. Here is our podcast for this fine Wednesday. It was an action-packed show today, but I will say this is a scrabbly show today.
Bits and pieces where I had to convince you that, in fact, I wasn't a cannibal.
Yeah, well, that was
How
the
did we
least
get
of
to that?
That was the least of it. I just found that the show, technically, we had some technical issues with various equipment. We had Kim Wilde on the show, and there's a whole drama with getting a Skype chat up, and we don't know if it's at Kim's end or our end. We didn't know whose end was causing the grief.
And did I mention I'm not a cannibal?
Amanda is not a cannibal.
We speak about Jude Law, who's gone very method in his latest role of Henry VIII, the later years of Henry VIII, where he had open wounds on his legs that apparently smelt so bad you could smell him from 3 rooms away. So he had a perfume created to replicate the smell and sprayed it on himself for the duration of the filming. Mm-hmm. Still pash him.
Of course you would. Of course you would. The pub test, Airbnb, does it pass the pub test?
And the tribal drum is beating for officially old.
Also, apropos of Amanda's cannibalism,
I'm not a cannibal.
Armie Hammer is not a cannibal either.
No, he's joining me in saying we're not cannibals.
Apparently.
Got a bone to pick with you.
I'm not going out to dinner with you two. Enjoy the podcast.
Right now, by the miracle of recording, we had so many requests for them to do it again.
Mistress Amanda.
Miss Keller. Amanda.
Doesn't work alone.
Wow, this is fantastic.
Her friend is in a back room making the tools of the trade.
I've heard them describe him as a drunken idiot.
Sorry, I've been drinking beer.
The legendary pirate Jonesy and Amanda the actress.
Hello, Wiggles. Congratulations, Mandy. We're on the radio right now.
Jonesy and Amanda, you're doing a great job.
You have no empathy for anyone but yourself, you giant tool.
Now's the time to hear good radio.
Sorry, a bit of a tongue twist there.
But you're an idiot.
Jonesy and Amanda are here.
It's showtime, a-holes. We're on the air.
Well, hello there, Amanda. How are you today?
I'm well. It's chilly. It's the coldest day of the year. Sydney-siders have shivered through a cool 6 degrees this morning.
Yeah, my phone says it feels like 1.7.
Your phone feels a little needy.
It gets a bit needy. Well, you're wearing the sleeveless gilet today, a colourful gilet.
It's also reversible, so it's got colours on the outside, red plushy stuff on the inside.
I like the idea of reversible clothing. I think it's great in this world.
You do that with your undies to save you washing them.
In the world of landfill.
Yes, and disposable fashion.
And stuff
wear
like
it one
that.
way, then wear it the other.
I think it's great. I think it's great. You'd be like one of those magicians. You know, you see those magicians on Australia's Got Talent. Well, we don't do that show anymore, but England's Got Talent. There's always someone that comes out and they do that quick change thing.
Yeah. Or they put them in like a tube, and then the tube disappears and they're wearing something completely different.
I saw this woman doing it the other night on England's Got Talent, and I just said, that's amazing. I've never seen a woman get changed so quickly in my life.
And did your wife just laugh and laugh alongside you?
It would just be a time, you know, how is it you can do that on stage so quickly?
Yeah, because there's usually when she does it on stage, there's 2 men who are assisting her and not deriding her.
There's no
That's
derision.
usually how that happens.
There is no
We are in for a couple of chilly days. So I think tomorrow's going to be chilly willy as well.
I went for a bit of a... I was going to go out in the surf yesterday, but the surf was still
Oh, it's massive. I took the dog for a walk along the beach. It's massive.
I had one of those days where I looked at the surf and I just stood there looking and I thought, I'm going to go in. And I thought, no, I'm not. Yeah, I am. No, I'm not. And then,
well, this debate is
and then
fascinating.
You factor in, well, there's no one else out. Why is no one else out? Possibly because it's big. Because I have been out before when it's big. And then you get out there and go, what the hell am I doing out here? What idiot decided I'd come out here? And
That's
it was
a sentence.
Me. I had to talk to my brain.
So you didn't go in?
No, I went for a windsurf instead.
Really?
Yeah. Not in the big seas, but just in
your mind.
In my mind. Because, my windsurfing, it's really rounded a corner.
You know, when you say to me that something's rounded a corner, I'm reminded of the days when you were a contestant on Dancing with the Stars. And when you first started, you said to me, and you were fully sincere, you said, it's hard because I don't know if the judges are going to know whether I'm the professional or not. You seriously said that. And then each week you'd say, I've really rounded a corner. So I'd sit down in front of my television every Tuesday night to watch you. I think, what corner is he talking about? He can't even dance in a straight line, let alone turn a corner.
I don't know what happened there. Yeah. But I got to tell you.
All confidence, no style.
I think I'm better at windsurfing. Windsurfing is... Have you ever windsurfed?
No, but I had a former boyfriend who windsurfed, and I spent many an hour keeping the towels dry, as the puberty blues would say, watching him windsurf.
Yeah.
And helping him fold up the sail at
For some reason, people find out that I'm into windsurfing. They say, I've got a windsurfer. Do you want it? So I end up getting a windsurfer. So I've got about 6 of them. And I just...
Why? You only need one.
I know, but then I feel that I can't have a little windsurfer out on the streets or in a junk pile. And, I've managed to Frankenstein a reasonable windsurfer together. But it's quite satisfying when you click into the harness.
Oh, I bet.
There's this
It's good for your abs.
I'm at harness stage. Yeah, you hear my abs. That's my abs.
You're knocking your head.
Anyway, away from my pastimes.
Well, should we get on to the Magnificent Seven?
We should. We got a big show today. Kim Wilder's going to be joining us on the show. I'm looking forward to catching up with her.
Coming back to Australia with the Greatest Hits tour. She's lovely. We've spoken to her before. I can't wait to have a chat.
Instagram makes its return. And as Amanda just said, we can't do anything until we do the aforementioned Magnificent Seven.
Okay, if you can end that sentence, we can get on with it. Question 1. How many wheels would you find on a shopping trolley?
Jam Nation. We're into the Magnificent Seven. 7 questions. Can you go all the way and answer all 7 questions correctly? If you do that, Amanda will say...
I say rug up, and if you can, wear a jacket that's reversible, because as Jonesy says, that's the way of the future. He's been doing it with his underpants for years.
Yeah. Brown on the outside. Alicia's in Pennant Hills.
Hello, Alicia.
Hello, good morning.
Question number 1 for you. How many wheels would you find on a shopping trolley?
4.
4.
Which one of those wheels would be going straight?
Yeah.
What former wrestler/actor has the phrase, "you can't see me"?
John Cena?
John
Yeah, you know
Cena. Question 3, what's on the box?
Television.
I'll turn the box on.
Alicia, what TV show has this theme?
Come and listen to my story about a man named Jed. A poor mountaineer barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food, and up through the ground come a bubbling crude.
Any ideas, Alicia?
Yes, I know. Oh my gosh, I cannot think.
Sorry, Alicia.
I reckon Ian of Wesley would know this.
Ian, do you know what the show was?
Beverly Hillbillies.
Beverly
It is.
Hillbillies.
Got the reveal there, Ryan? Oh,
It
okay.
never says Beverly Hillbillies,
Yeah, the Beverly Hillbillies at the end. I like the idea of the premise of the show being explained in song at the start.
Yeah, it's always good when
They
you
don't do that on modern shows, do they?
Imagine Maths, a song that says, well, they don't know each other, we've got some cynical producers and they'll all break up. This is multiple choice for you here,
song.
Ian. What does the dating term Scrooging mean? A, when you date an old rich man for money. B, when you date someone who hasn't moved on from their girlfriend's or boyfriend's past. Or C, when you dump someone right before the holidays to avoid buying a gift. A, B or C?
I'm going to go B.
No, it's
B.
not B. Not B.
Didn't you get dumped on a boyfriend's birthday?
Well, on his birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd already bought him a gift.
Oh, that's outrageous.
Yeah, and a book and a bottle of Baileys, which his brother drank. That's nice.
Jeez.
I've never gotten over it, and that was probably 40 years ago.
I know how men work, being one. Perhaps he was thinking because it's his birthday, like he wouldn't drop you on your birthday. But on his birthday, you've got carte blanche, as it
You
were.
think? Like a day off to just hurt people's feelings.
You know, it's my birthday.
I can hurt people if I want to.
You're not going to be too mad at me.
It's my party. I can make you cry if I want to.
It's good to see that you've moved on.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
WSFM, hello there. It's Jonesy and Amanda. We're into the Magnificent Seven. We find ourselves at question number 4. What does the dating term Scrooging mean?
Does it mean when you date an old rich man for money or when you dump someone right before the holidays to avoid buying them a gift? Jamie in Spring Park's going to answer this. What do you think, Jamie?
I reckon it's C, when you dump it before a holiday.
Yeah, that's mean, isn't
That
it?
is very, very mean. It's pretty self-explanatory, though, don't you think?
Scrooging.
Which Australian bird can mimic almost any sound? It's quite extraordinary.
No.
No.
Philip's in Canley Heights. Hi, Philip.
Hi, guys.
Do you know which Australian bird can mimic almost any sound?
I believe that's the lyrebird.
It's the lyrebird.
You're scaring people, Jem Wai, with your buzzer.
Why?
You're like the buzzer Nazi.
Question 6 for you, Philip. The world record for the 100-metre sprint is 9.58 seconds. Who holds this?
Oh, God. The only person that comes to mind is Usain Bolt.
Yeah, it's
it's
him.
him.
I thought someone else.
I thought someone beat it.
Unless did he beat them again?
No, Usain can't beat them again because he's already done it. Like, he's retired. He can't come back.
I think he has the top 3.
Right.
Does he?
Yeah.
A mate still.
Yeah.
How good is he? What an
Got
achiever.
to come back. He can run backwards.
Remember he came into our studio.
He was lovely.
Lovely fella.
Question 7 for you now, Philip.
Which pop star has just spent a night in jail for drink and drunk driving charges or drug driving charges?
No, drunk driving.
Drunk and drug? There's a whole...
it's just drink driving.
Drink driving. It's over in America.
Yeah.
Philip.
Oh, God. Oh,
Can't stop that feeling for him right now.
Right, yeah, that's not going to help you. Maureen is in Narella.
Does my clue help you, Maureen?
Yes, it does. It's Justin Timberlake.
It is. We'll find out more information. In the States, they don't have random breath testing. So he's on tour and he was driving in an erratic way.
Mm-hmm.
And then apparently he refused to be tested.
They do the sobriety test.
Yeah, and finally he did the test.
What was the what did he have there? What was the cocktail?
Don't know.
There's drink and drugs. Was it?
No, there's no drugs.
I thought there was drugs.
Allegedly. No, just he's been done for drink driving.
I read along the line it was a raft. A raft. It's... Congratulations to you, Maureen. You have won the Jam Pack. $250 to spend at Winnings online. Shop Winnings' world-leading appliances and lifestyle brands. End of financial year. Sale is on now. Dinner to the value of $150 at Hurricanes Grill. Delicious ribs at Castle Hill, Circular Quay, Brighton, Les Sands and Piermont. And Jonesy and Amanda Coach yours for you to colour in some Staedtler pencils. Maureen, anything you'd like to add?
Oh, thank you very much. That's an amazing prize. Thank you.
Maureen.
It is an amazing prize.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Are we ready?
I was born ready.
Ready, willing, and able.
Let's go already. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I was ready.
Thumbing through the Jalmanac, our big book of musical facts. On this day in 1988, Guns N' Roses released their hit Patience. There's been some news about Guns N' Roses. Duff McKagan. You know Duff from...
I do now.
Guns N' Roses. You know Duff.
Do I?
You know Duff.
All I really know is that lead guy whose name I can't remember either.
Axl Rose.
Yes. So you haven't come to the font if you want information about Guns N' Roses.
I thought I had. When I look at you, I see font. The Simpsons, you know the Simpsons have got Duff beer?
Yes.
Duff McKagan believes that the Simpsons named the beer, the iconic beer, after him.
Oh, he's never heard of Hillary Duff?
So much so
Up the Duff?
He repeated in his autobiography, even saying the creators reached out to him. He said, that's what happened. They named Duff beer after me. Recently, the OG Simpsons writer Joe Kogan, so you got McKagan and Kogan, burst his bubble. He says, back in the day, no one knew anyone in Guns N' Roses beyond the aforementioned what's-his-face that you said before.
Yeah, no one knows.
Axl Rose.
And Duff's written an autobiography. Is it called Hey, I'm the Other Guy No One Knows?
He went on to say, this is Jay Kogan, not Duff McKagan.
Okay, keep up.
Went on to say, we named it Duff because it's a synonym for butt, tushy, booty, and so on. It's very weird this Duff McKagan guy wants to claim credit for Duff beer. He had zero to do with it. So don't let the door hit you on the bum on the way out.
Yeah.
I can whistle the start of this song very well.
Is that you? Talk at the same time.
Now it's me. Oh, me. I could be in Guns N' Roses.
Write an autobiography, why don't you?
Jam Nation.
Are you a person who goes to psychics?
No.
I'm not either. And if ever, I've got friends who are really into it and the knowledge kind of scares me. They never tell you big futuristic things. They just tell you about stuff that's happening now, really, don't they?
I could be a psychic. All it is just telling people what they want to hear. And you can get a cold reading out of someone that you've just met. Like I remember one time a lady came up and said, oh, hey, Jonesy, I love the show, and was talking. I said, thanks, Paula, that's lovely. And she goes, you remembered my name. And I went, yep. And she walked off. She had on her shirt embroidered her name.
Right.
That's what I mean.
Thank you, Rent-A-Kill.
That's what I mean. That's all they do. John Edward, he's full of crap.
Yeah.
All he does, he gets all those people in the room beforehand and he gets all the information. He goes, okay, someone's lost a father.
I heard that what he does is he has what other show do you see where someone gives away a dinner beforehand and they've got microphones?
Yeah.
This is what I've heard. And everyone says, I'm here to hear about my Uncle Fred. And so they've got spotters who just get that information.
And he goes, hang on, I'm getting a thing from a guy whose name rhymes with bread? Ted! It's not David Gates.
What about this psychic? This is a woman in Britain who claims that she's, in the last 5 years, developed these psychic powers. But what the spirits do is make her go out and drink. So she's out with her friends having a drink, and the spirits want to move on to another bar where they have information that they want to pass on through her. So she has to scull the drink where she is and go to another bar. And then when she's there, it happens again. So her friends have bought her these drinks. She has to drink those really quickly and go to another bar. Yeah. So she's sort of on a pub crawl through the spirit world. So she says that the spirits are making her down her drink and leave so she can go and see people in various pubs to tell them information about their dead loved ones. She said, if I tried to ignore it, the voice would say the same thing or get louder and be persistent. I don't tell my friends that I want to go to a particular bar. I just say, we need to go there. I don't tell them why. I'd say, after we'd had a drink there, I need to go somewhere else now. So they all go on these giant pub crawls because the spirits are speaking through her, officer.
Really? Well, spirits made me chuck in the bathroom last week.
But sometimes, the world works in unusual ways. The spirits are guiding her to different pub crawls to talk to the people and give them, hey, I've heard from your Uncle Jeff. But I've been reading about this. There's a worm that needs to pass itself through its various life cycles or its various cycles of its life in different creatures. So it gets into a rat and it makes the rat behave irrationally and lose its fear and have more risks. So therefore, it gets eaten by a cat. And so the worm goes from rat to cat. It changes the rat's behaviour to be reckless. So the spirits are using her for the same reason. They're making her drunk and stupid so that she goes to a bar, next bar, and can tell people about their dead loved ones.
Is the worm in tequila?
Maybe. It's not in tequila. No, it just wants to have a drink. Fascinating. So if someone lunges up to you in a bar and vomits on your feet and says, that's from Uncle Jeff, you'll know she's a psychic.
And you'll say, Amanda, isn't it time you went home?
Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation
podcast.
I lament good old-fashioned service. Remember the days of good old service?
Where you'd go to the shop like Grace Sullivan and you'd buy your goods.
Sometimes I just find, a case in point, I got this, we call it the Narnia light. It's like this little street lamp in my garden.
It's like an old school street lamp.
Yeah, it looks nice, and it's got a 12-volt globe in it. So
is that a lot?
No, well, most globes. So it looks like a normal globe, but it's 12-volt. There's 240-volt. I'm not going to bore you with this, but because it's garden light, if someone hacks into it with a whippersnipper, you're not going to kill yourself. So anyway,
it's low voltage rock and roll.
It's low, very good. So I thought, well, I got to get a bulb. So the bulb's gone. I like the Narnia light. So that I won't go to Bunnings and muck around with that. I'll go straight to the source. I'll ring an electrical wholesaler. So
Bulbs Are Us kind of a shop.
And I know it's only one bulb, but I was happy to order a couple. So I rang the guy, and I tell you what, he was not happy to hear from me. It was like, yeah, mate, no. Then he starts on this coughing fit that goes for about 15 minutes. And I thought he was like working in a turn-of-the-century coal mine.
Yeah, he should get better lighting.
And I said, mate, is this too hard? And he went,
I can imagine you saying that. Mate, is this too hard for you? I've heard you say that to cab drivers. I've heard you say that to
don't even get me started.
To other people.
As soon as we get in a cab, yeah, mate, that's a bit far. Well, here's the thing. Don't drive a cab. Do something else.
So you lectured this man over
the idea of a cab. Well, it's just a job. It's just a job. I gave him the part number. I gave him the catalogue number. I gave him everything. So and then he goes, nah, I'm going to have to go to the wholesaler. And I said, mate, aren't you the wholesaler?
And was he?
Yeah, that's what they're called. And then he started coughing, which went for another 15 minutes. And I just thought, I just can't deal with this. So I just hung it up.
You want service where no one coughs.
Yeah, well, you just want someone to give you, I know it's one bowl.
You want someone to say, Brendan, your voice is familiar to me. Are you on the radio? And one bulb, I will have it at your house this afternoon. I'll deliver it myself.
Yes. Who wouldn't want that? I follow a lot of 80s Instagram stuff, and there's this one, I don't know if you've seen it, it's Country Buffet. So one of these big, I think it's gone in America now, but there's one of those buffet places in the 80s.
With a carvery
and all that. And, hot and cold deep fryers. And they've got a training video on how you should greet the staff.
Good evening. Fighting enough to eat today?
Boy, I'll say.
Well, that's great. Would you care for ham or beef?
A little both, I think.
All right.
Making friendly conversations like this is a big part of greeting and serving guests. At other buffet-style restaurants, guests often feel they're on their own. Once they've paid for the meal, no one pays much attention to them. At Old Country Buffet, we work hard to make sure our guests never feel that way. Try asking a question the guest can answer in a sentence or two. You might ask something like this.
Is it still hot out there?
Or this.
Did you catch a game last night?
Or this.
Have you tried the lasagna? It's my favorite.
Yeah, I want that.
I don't want that.
I
don't want that. You know, I don't want some. You know what happens now? We go the other way where you're eating a meal and you've got your mouth filled. Everything okay here?
Yes, that's
and you have
the
to
problem.
gobble it down really quickly so you can answer them.
So
I've just wrecked my meal.
If we get the wait staff to work for the electrical wholesalers and the electrical
and meet in the middle somewhere.
to meet in the middle, why don't you guys have a meeting and they could get in with the cab drivers.
A bit from column A and a bit from column B and we'd be happy.
Have you tried the lasagna?
Yeah, especially to
Did you catch a game last night?
Thank you, nice. Wait till my mouth is full and then ask me.
Oh, okay. What are we doing here?
Oh. Even Ryan is appalled at you, Brendan.
Jam Nation.
Moving into the ground right now.
Who wants some free money?
Instant.
Coin cash.
Moolah.
I like the sound of that.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Instagram.
Ni hao, we have 10 questions, 60 seconds on the clock. You can pass if you don't know an answer. We'll come back to that question if time permits. You get all the questions right, you win $1,000.
You can leave with $1,000. How great would that be? But do you want to play for $2,000? A bonus question, $2,000, but it's double or nothing.
Do you? Rita's in St Andrews.
Hello, Rita.
Oh, good morning, guys. How are you?
Very well. It's your turn to step up to the plate. We've got 10 questions. We've got 60 seconds. We always say if you're not sure, say pass, because we can usually come back, but if you get it wrong, it's all over, okay?
Okay.
Rita, good luck, because here comes question number 1. Traditionally, what colour is pepper?
Black.
Question 2, which month comes after April?
May.
Question 3, on what street would you find Elmo?
Sesame Street.
Question 4, how many are in a baker's dozen?
13.
Question 5, true or false, the large intestine is the largest organ in the human body?
Pass.
Question 6, who's the lead actress in Breakfast at Tiffany's?
Oh, it's pass.
Question 7, which musician wrote Dancing in the Dark?
Oh, my God. Pass.
Question 8, pavlova and tiramisu are types of what?
Dessert.
Question 9, during the 2000 Olympics, which Australian athlete won the most gold medals?
Kathy Freeman.
Oh, it was Thorpe.
Thorpe!
Oh, I couldn't think.
I can imagine. They're probably questions you'd know the answer to if you had time to think.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the large intestine is the largest organ in the human body.
What would you say?
False.
Yeah, skin's the largest organ. Who was
Yeah.
the lead actress in Breakfast at Tiffany's?
Audrey Hepburn.
Yes. And who wrote Dancing in the Dark?
Yeah, I've got no idea.
It was Bruce Springsteen.
Boss.
No,
Rita.
that's it.
Oh,
I can
Rita.
see it now.
Oh, I bet you can. Well, look, $100 to be getting on with, and thank you for playing.
Good on you, Rita.
Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Stay warm.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
We sounded a bit like old coots before, didn't we? You were talking about how you were trying to buy a bulb for your garden light.
Yeah,
And
I
you
want a 12-volt bulb, 40-watt clear bulb. I gave the part number. I gave the catalogue number. I gave the manufacturer. I rang the wholesaler, and the guy, Mr. Not Interested, said,
Well, the name should have given it away for you.
I'm going to have to contact the wholesaler. I said, but champ, aren't you the wholesaler? And then he went into a coughing fit that went on, which is probably still going now. A bit more choke, that thing would have started. So suffice to say, I went to eBay and my bulbs have already arrived while old mate is still coughing.
You do sound like an old coot when you talk like that.
I just, if I was in a business where I was helping people, if someone rang me, I go, what do you need? Sure, mate, I can get it for you or I can't. That's what I do. I don't know what lesser mortals do, but that's what I do.
Well, I saw a couple of examples that I think also have made people think that they are officially old, which is your comment. You do sound officially old. I saw someone here has posted an empty picture of a Worcestershire sauce bottle and a full one next to it saying, I've lived long enough to have gone through a bottle of Worcestershire sauce. That's how you know you're old.
That's how you know.
Because who in their whole life has ever had to replenish one?
Do you buy new? I think I inherited it.
We all have. We all have. I saw another one too. This person said, I just caught myself rinsing out a Ziploc bag to reuse later because it wasn't that dirty. It's happened. I've turned into my mother.
Last night, my youngest came home from uni and I made him dinner with aluminium foil on the top. And I
So you'd saved it for him?
Saved it, and he'd taken it off, and I remarked, I said, look, that aluminium foil has barely got anything on it, a little bit of condensation. I wiped it down with a paper towel. And not only did I wipe down the aluminium, but the paper towel was okay as well. I hung that over the tap. My wife looked at me and said, you have truly gone mental.
Yeah, yeah. I remember at Christmas, the kids were opening their presents and I walked around behind them folding the paper. It's happened. We're officially old.
This is great. The Tribal Drum always beats for this.
It'll happen to you.
Officially old. When are those moments of huge self-awareness where you go, okay,
righto.
All right, it's happened
That's
to me.
me.
There
That's
it is.
Jam Nation.
The Tribal Drum is beating for I'm officially old.
It'll happen to you.
Not related to that. We have a guest in the studio.
Well, I want to bring in Sam Mack from Sunrise. Sam Mack, where he went on the Real Full Monty with me, and since then his fortunes have changed. He's now doing the weather at Sunrise, and he's just wandering around the building listening to our show.
Psychologically scarred by seeing you're behind what there was of it at the time. I'm sure you've seen it many times in stunts over the years, Amanda.
Funny you should mention it, no.
You draw the line at seeing his bottom?
I draw the line at seeing the front as well.
Just imagine a pancake, but like sideways. And a little bit of syrup for good measure.
You know... Why are you walking
past?
No,
that's a spray tan reference.
And was it Nutella?
And I said, why don't we bring Sam in on this? And
you really didn't think it through, did you, Jones?
No, I have not thought this through. But
because now my producer is having a fight with your producer about, hey, you've got to do a Sunrise Cross in 3 minutes. And you're like, hey, we have to hear the end of Bon Jovi. It's my life.
If you don't mind, let's get our priorities right.
Well, okay.
Quick story
the sign
from
you're
you.
getting old.
Okay.
Come on, be a part of this.
Very
win
easy
the
one
prize.
for me. When all of the social media engagement that I'm getting, like all of the people responding to my content on Instagram, for example, are Sandra's, Debbie's, Genevieve's, a particular demographic, the Sunrise demographic, which we love.
Yep.
The other part too of it, whenever we go to a retirement village, a nursing home for Sunrise, I'm like Oprah. I'm the biggest star in the world. They cannot get enough of me. They want me to crowd surf. They want selfies. So that's when I know that I've reached a different part of my career, Amanda.
Very nice.
Was there ever a time in your career where the young people were into?
Absolutely, yeah.
Really?
It was just before I did the Real Full Monty. Then after that, suddenly everything changed.
Everything went downhill after the nudie bits.
Yeah, that's right.
Everything dropped.
You've got to play to your strengths, don't you? I'm giving myself the wind-up, guys. I've got to go do a segment. But top of 11 degrees today, currently 7 degrees, coldest morning of the year for Sydney.
Right.
So currently 6 degrees outside where I was, just downstairs here in North Sydney. Also, congratulations on your view. I'm sure you've had many people say
Isn't
that.
it gorgeous?
But it's wasted on radio. Like, we're in TV and we don't have a view this good.
I know, it's incredible. We're very grateful.
That's the way the business goes.
Can I take a photo at least to show the guys?
Please do.
Shervo, check this out.
Please do.
Thank you, team. Great to see you.
Nice to see you, Sam.
He said, see you later, Sam. Take it easy.
Bon Jovi in half an hour.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
Is this thing on? Bring it on!
Are we locked on? It's on like Donkey Kong.
You know, perhaps I've been old since I was 17. Maybe that's a thing.
Do you think that?
Yeah, I've always,
But there are signs as you get older. Someone was saying that, they knew that they lived a long, long time. They went through an entire bottle of Worcestershire sauce and had to buy another one. When does that happen before you're 100?
Last night, I wiped down a piece of alfoil, and not only did I keep the alfoil, I kept the paper towel that I wiped the alfoil down with.
You are officially old. That's what the Tribal Drum is beating for today.
It'll happen to you.
Hello, Joe. What was the sign for you?
Good morning, guys. How are we?
Very well.
Fantastic. Look, sometimes we could be in a workplace, some friends, we're in a conversation, and tell me if you don't agree with me, guys, but the conversation will be going along, and all of a sudden you'll hear someone say, "Oh, yourself." Back in my day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Back in my day.
Yeah, back in my day. When I hear back in my day, I get ready for here we go. And then I find myself saying it and go, here I go.
And you're just talking to it in a mirror.
Back in my day, it didn't look like that.
Good on you, Joe. Rebecca's with us.
Hi, Rebecca. What's the sign you've got old?
Good morning, Jonesy and Amanda. How are we?
Very well.
I think the sign that you've gotten old is when you start to refer to your knees as good and bad instead of left and right.
You favour the good knee, and you got the bad knee.
Yeah.
I won't do that because that's my bad knee.
Rain's on the way, my knees are telling me.
When your body becomes a human weather vane. Stephen's with us.
Hello, Stephen.
Good morning, Amanda and Jonesy. How are you?
Good, thanks, Stephen.
How'd you know you're officially old, Stephen?
Pretty simple. My father used to walk around with a tea towel over his shoulder, and every time he picked up a glass off a coffee table or a plate off the kitchen bench, he'd wipe it down. The other day I was looking for the tea towel and my 30-year-old daughter said it's over your shoulder now.
That's me.
Yep.
That's me. And I wear an apron in the kitchen
Do
now.
you?
And then last night's bin night, I took the bins out wearing my apron.
Yeah.
And I didn't care.
Next week it'll be a dressing gown. Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you for all your calls.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation Podcast.
Let's get on down to Jonesy and Amanda answer the pub test. Today, Airbnbs, do they pass the pub test?
I saw someone say the other day, serious question, will Airbnb be dead this time next year? Lots of stories they were reading about it becoming unreliable. When it first started, it was a great disruptor in the industry. It was cheaper than hotels. You could stay with a family of 4 where you could have a kitchen, you could have a laundry, all that kind of stuff. It was a great alternative. People are now finding that it's more expensive as Airbnb shifted towards corporate management more and more. Also, just completely unreliable. And you are at the whims of some strange people. People who leave crazy notes. What about this? This is a note that someone was left when they were staying at the Airbnb. Lots of notes about the garbage and things. And asked them not to have, certain sex from the bot and not to have menstruation sex on the bed. These were the signs that were left for people.
Signs?
Don't do this, they said.
Has someone put that on a bit of paper?
Yes.
Printed it?
Yes.
Possibly laminated it?
Yes.
And put it up?
Yes. Weirdos. And so someone here said that when they arrived, they phoned the owner and said, can we have a vacuum cleaner, please? There's marijuana all over the table. And the person said, oh, no, we haven't got a vacuum, but I'll give you some beers. You're at the whims of individuals, and that's why it's so hard. These days, Airbnbs aren't necessarily cheaper than hotels, and there's signs saying, put your garbage out, do the recycling, change the bed linen. So why are you staying there? And who are you answerable to? If at least at a hotel, there's front of house staff.
Do you use a lot of Airbnbs?
We've booked occasional Airbnbs, and it's worked out well for us. Mm-hmm. But I can see why when you read these horror stories, there can be nightmares.
Every time I've stayed at Airbnb, it's always been good. I must admit, though, it's never me booking it. And then you see those ads where people book something and it's got the owner of the house staying there. Well, I would never go. I would never go to a place that's doing that.
Well, what about this one? Someone said the host was an avid flat earther who sat me down with his mate to watch YouTube videos while he condescendingly explained to me that outer space wasn't real. You're going on a holiday and you get that?
I just go to Ibis.
Well, how are you finding it? Because Airbnb was brilliant for some time. Has it dropped off? Airbnb says it still passed the pub test.
Jam Nation.
I love Jude Law. Do you like Jude Law?
He is great. He was in Holmes and Watson. Was it Sherlock Holmes?
I think so.
Yeah,
he's been a great actor, and he's so handsome. Sometimes I think he doesn't get taken seriously as a great actor.
Because he's too handsome.
It's the
problem with being too handsome, that people don't take you seriously.
I wish you could see what Jonesy was doing just then when he said that sentence. He's playing with his own hair.
It was just in my eye. It was just, that's all.
Too handsome, is that your problem?
Not at all. Oh, is it? Is that what people are saying?
Jude Law is going to be playing Henry VIII in his new film, Firebrand. I'm obsessed with Henry VIII and that part of history. I love it. So I can't wait to see this film. In this new movie, it follows his final years and his marriage to his last wife, Catherine Parr. So she survives him. That character is going to be played by Alicia Vikander. That person in history, Catherine Parr, will be played by Alicia Vikander. So it's a great cast. Henry VIII in his later years was a giant mess. He couldn't have children, couldn't father children, but it was never his fault. And yet he was obese. He had terrible health issues. He was injured as a relatively young man in a jousting incident, and his wounds never properly healed, as things just didn't in those days. And apparently the stench around him, the literal stench, was horrendous. Ew. So Jude Law has gone very method. He got a renowned perfumier, a stinky person, to create a special scent for him to wear. And apparently this concoction featured notes of pus, blood, fecal matter and sweat. He says he never expected the
No
behind...
impulse.
And when a man brings you flowers, put them in the holes in your legs. He says he never expected this behind-the-scenes secret to create such a stir. To him, it was just something he was doing to influence the set. He didn't do it for the publicity because he took the role seriously. He said he wanted to look, speak, behave and smell like the monarch in his final years. He said apparently you could smell Henry 3 rooms away in real life. His leg was rotting so badly. He hit it with rose oil in real life. So Jude Law said, I thought what a great impact it would be if I could smell awful. So the director has said that when Jude walked on set, it was horrible. The movie apparently is supposed to be incredible. There's another story that, remember when Dustin Hoffman played Peter Pan in Steven Spielberg's
Hook?
He wanted the actors around him to respond to him because he always goes full method, and particularly the children, he wanted them to recoil. So he would eat hot onions and garlic each morning so that people would physically recoil when he'd speak to them. The director, Spielberg, has said they'd part like the Red Sea when he came in. That was the best special effect we had. And another cast member said Hoffman drank champagne and Guinness black velvets during filming because he thought that's what Hook would have drunk.
Oh, right.
And all those people that go really method.
Yeah.
You wonder in Saltburn what flavour the bath bombs were and whether they went method.
Don't drink the bath water.
Don't drink the bath water.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
I want you to get up right now. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills. Go to your windows, open them, and stick your head out and yell, I'm as mad as hell. I'm not going to take this anymore.
Let's get on down to the Jonesy and Amanda Rams for the pub test today. Airbnbs, do they pass the pub test?
Have they gone off the boil for you? They're more expensive than they used to be, and the list of demands from the owners is getting longer and longer. I know they're still great if you're travelling with kids and you want a kitchen and a laundry and all that kind of stuff. But people are returning to hotels. How do you feel? Airbnbs, do they still pass the pub test?
Oh, I've stayed in a lot of them, and I think initially they were great, but now there are all these rules, and it's not any cheaper than a hotel. And honestly, you have to cook. I reckon go back to hotels.
I think they've lost it, actually. The last Airbnb I stayed in, they left a note to say, don't take the toilet paper, don't use the tea bags if you don't want them, and you'll be charged for stains on the bedding. So, yeah, I think they've lost it. Yeah, don't pass a pub test for me anymore.
No, it doesn't, because for the reason you feel like you walk on eggshells. There's so many rules, so many regulations, and you don't feel welcome. I prefer to go to a motel or something and stay there overnight and feel, your sheets are going to get changed and you don't have to worry about nothing, leave it, and that's it. People are just wanting too much money for nothing.
Well, for me and my wife, yes, it does, 100%. Every time that we've ever used it to go down the south coast, Jarvis Bay, or even out to Mudgee to the wineries, it's been excellent. One in Mudgee, we had the whole house to ourselves. So new dwelling, so 100% agree. Yes, it does pass the pub test.
Definitely not. I had a bad experience. Never do it again. We had hidden cameras inside one of the rooms and we got a call from the owner saying you're having a party when we just had a group of people over for drinks. So definitely not.
Oh, imagine that. You're having a party.
Unlocked.
How do you know that? Well,
wow. And that top doesn't suit you.
Thank you for all your calls.
Eek.
Jonesy and Amanda. Jam Nation.
Podcast. Jonesy and Amanda in the morning. 101.7 WSFM.
What can you say about Kim Wilde? Quite the back catalogue.
Oh, she's had some amazing songs.
Keep me hanging on. I like this one, Checkered Love.
So you want to dance, don't you?
What about View from a Bridge?
Ooh, forgot this one.
And this one? I don't want nobody, baby. And here she is, Kim Wilde, as we live and breathe.
Jonesy, Amanda, how the hell are you?
We are great.
Don't
it's
you
so
look
great
great
to see you. Your room looks amazing. So you've got this swirling light above your head like you're some astral being.
That's right. Actually, it's a Christmas present for my son. I absolutely love it. And it's a very relaxing thing to have in the room. Isn't it beautiful?
It is beautiful. It's been 8 years since you've come to Australia. I'm concerned about who's going to look after your garden while you're away.
Well, yeah, I mean, I've been working very hard on the garden, so it'll be all right by October. It'll look after itself in October when I'm down under. But yeah, I mean, gardening's a big thing for me. It's all going on in the UK right now. Summer is at its height. It's absolutely beautiful out there.
I love the story about how you went to evening courses as a horticulturist because you just wanted to make a home garden, and suddenly it's become this huge career shift for you.
Yeah, I mean, it did become that way. I mean, I haven't really done any professional gardening for quite a few years now. I've sort of gone back to the day job, and I'm out treading the boards and singing Kids in America and God knows what. So gardening has returned to becoming a private passion. But I still grow seeds every year. I still grow, I always grow a few vegetables. I'm out there. I mean, it's a gym for me as well. I mean, it's hard work being out in the garden.
Well, we've spoken to you over a few years now, and there was a time when you were just, as you said, you were working as a professional gardener, and now you're back to your day job, which is great to see.
I love it. I mean, a few things happened. I mean, I got seduced back to doing 80s tours, actually, back at the early 2000s. And in fact, in 2003, we all came to Australia. Me and I think it was Paul Young and Belinda Carlisle, Human League. We all came down, and then I just sort of fell in love with it all again. I didn't realise that there was still an audience for women of a certain age and 2 kids and married and with a mortgage singing Kids in America. I just had no idea that everyone was still up for the fun. But actually now I'm sort of in a whole other decade, and I just feel ready to rock even more than I ever have before.
Well, it's a greatest hits show from you. They're all floor fillers. I just can't wait. People are just going to go crazy. What is it about these songs that people of it's in our DNA. We just have to get up and dance when we hear them.
Yeah. I know that feeling because I feel the same way. When I go and see artists, whose records I bought when I was growing up, or that form the soundtrack of my life, and you hear that song and it takes you back to that guy you were dating, that girl you were going out with, what college you were going to, what heartbreaks you were, going through, that job you didn't get, that argument you had with your mum, and that first car, and that first kiss, and that first everything else. So it's that's the wonder, that's the magic of music, the power of music, and I love that I will be bringing those memories down to Australia in October to share them with everyone down there, because we've always had such a huge reaction every time I've come down there. I've left feeling like one of you guys. I felt like I wanted to bring you all home with me.
We'll all stay on the divan at Kim's place.
That's right.
That's an open offer,
that's
right?
I know that I can get some vegetables in the backyard.
Get yourself a gourd. And now, I was reading that you saw a UFO. Is this true or is this fake news?
No, it's not fake news. In 2009, I was standing in my garden and I saw an orb, and then a smaller orb followed it, and it was in the sky. I saw it with a girlfriend of mine, and it lasted for several minutes, and I had no idea about orbs at the time. I didn't know they were a thing and that people were seeing them all over the world. I know a lot more about it now, and I've read a lot more books about it, but I'm pretty damn sure, guys, that what I saw was not of human origin. I just had a spooky little feeling that whatever was up there was not from this planet.
Well, we would be pretty arrogant to think that we're the only people here. Surely there's got to be some intelligent life out
Well, I'm looking for intelligent life here as well.
Oh, okay. So this is not a forum.
Yeah, you'd like to think there was some here first. There you go.
They found nothing.
Amanda's just in it for the probing.
It's inspiring to think about the space and our world and all the mystery in our world. We think we know everything, and we've got Instagram and we've got the internet, and everyone sort of has this like, oh yeah, we know everything there is to know about this planet, but we know literally nothing. I feel absolutely sure of that. We've only scratched the tip of the iceberg about what it is to be human and what it is to live on this planet. And I find that hugely exciting.
Well, what I do know is that you're coming to town in October and you get your tickets now to see Kim on her Greatest Hits tour at Ticketek. Kim Wilde, it's always a treat to catch up with you.
Guys, I hope I see you when I come down. I can't wait to see everyone. It's going to be a blast.
Brilliant. We'll see you in October.
We'll break out the divan.
Thank you.
Take care, guys. Thanks for having a chat.
Jonesy and Amanda.
Jam Nation.
Podcast.
All right, let's get started. Overdrive.
Brace yourselves.
Come on, baby. Bring it home.
How did you go in the New South Wales budget last night? We haven't spoken about that.
No, I've been too traumatised. Actually, I don't know.
I'll tell you everything I know.
You know how
about
I am
the
with
budget.
budgets. I don't know.
Straight from the pages of the Telegraph. Today, the winners and the losers. Are you a victim survivor?
No.
Well, they're winners, which is good.
I think that's fantastic.
Victims have gone through heaps.
No one would complain about that. That's wonderful.
Essential workers, winners.
Good. These are all good things. I'm pleased to hear it.
Schools,
winners.
Winners.
Great.
The sick,
great.
Winners, except for the sicko sick.
How do they?
We don't want them
How do
to win.
they? What do you mean? What does the sick mean?
Sick people.
Well, so sick people, you can knock on the door and a cheque in your hand. How does that work? I think I need more specifics from you, Brendan.
Firefighters, yes.
Yes.
Give everything to fireys.
Well, who's not getting a good...
Losers, investment property owners.
Yeah,
is
fair
that
enough.
why you're sad today?
No. It says Mr. 5 Properties. Please.
Foreigners who own land,
Slum
good.
landlord.
Foreigners who own land,
Yes,
good.
that's good.
Police are losers.
Are they?
No, it's just me saying that. Oh, it's a joke. Oh, I love the coppers, but they're losing apparently. They're not getting...
Is this why you don't do the budget coverage on telly?
I should. Not to hijack Labor's budget, Matt Keane. Do you remember Matt Keane? He's decided he's going to retire from politics.
He's...
The former New South Wales Treasurer and Energy Minister, Matt Keane.
From the Liberal Party. He's the former one.
Yep. I won't be
I
running...
met him. He's a nice man.
A lovely fella. I did meet him and I called him Matt Canavan. I apologise for that. I'd had a few drinks. I won't be running for federal parliament. This is Matt Keane speaking, not me. I
think you can assume.
I'm intending on pursuing a career in the private sector. Well, so he hasn't got a job. He's just leaving that job. Matt, is this wise? Has he got something? I suppose he's got his glowing references.
Ryan thinks you've gone insane.
I suppose he's got his glowing references from the constituents of this fair state. Remember, unsolicited, they said this.
I wish we had more politicians like Matt. He listened to the doctors, nurses, physiotherapists, and we got this substandard hospital built to an incredible state right now.
We've fixed Bennett Hills Road, improving travel times, reducing congestion, and making our community a lot safer.
Love North Connects. Keep up the good work.
Hi, Matt. Thanks to the work you did as Consumer Affairs Minister, all Australians have protections with gift cards.
He's really well placed to become one of the great environment ministers in New South Wales history.
Congratulations on the energy roadmap. It's a shot in the arm for our state and will create thousands of jobs in the process.
Politics is about people. It's about building a stronger, more prosperous country for everyone and leaving our planet to our kids better than we found it.
Baby kiss.
Was he kissing a baby?
He kissed a baby.
Did he?
Not his own baby.
I kissed a baby and I liked it.
So
good luck to you, Matt.
He'll be fine. Get a job down at Mr. Minute.
Why?
Chopping up the keys.
Why?
Well, it's a good job, and they're very personable, those Mr. Minute people. They're very can-do.
Okay.
I think Mr.
Are you
Minute should
overtired? Like you've sucked helium.
Jonesy and Amanda's Jam Nation
Podcast.
We all remember where we were when Armie Hammer in 2021, there was a whirlwind of accusations that he was into cannibalism.
You know, not many actors have to come out and put out a press release saying, I'm not a cannibal.
Yeah.
I am not a cannibal.
Armie Hammer, we've interviewed him when he was in that movie with Johnny Depp, that terrible one.
Lone Ranger.
He was a Lone Ranger.
He's as handsome as.
Lovely kid. I had a feeling though when we were doing the interview, we just kept looking at me.
Picturing a big chicken leg.
A big steak, mate. It was a big T-bone
None of that
steak.
was true. What is interesting is he has been completely cancelled, as cannibals should be. But he has said, I'm not a cannibal. I tell you what has happened. He said in a podcast just released on Sunday, he said, people now think, yep, that guy ate people. So multiple women had accused him of sexual abuse and coercion. which is nothing to laugh at, and that, is fair enough. But they shared private messages where someone alleged to be Hammer expressed an interest in cannibalism and sadistic fetishes. So one woman said that he'd expressed a desire to break one of her ribs and eat it. He branded her, he left her covered in bruises and talked about consuming her. This is what a third woman, an anonymous person, has said this. He says that all the relationships he had with these women were completely consensual, discussed and agreed upon in advance and mutually participatory. So since then, he has suffered what he calls an ego death and a career death. He entered a Florida rehab facility for drug, alcohol and sex issues. He said, in a way, he's grateful for the situation. It forced him to confront a pattern of unhealthy behaviour. He was annoyed he missed out on that Dahmer role, Jeffrey Dahmer.
It's got a bit method.
You know what? I think this is an interesting story, and I might have a very unpopular take on this. All that stuff about coercion, sexual abuse, etc. Yes, deal with it. The law, deal with it. Sure. Because that's appalling and women have every right to take that as far as they can. But should you be cancelled for your private thoughts? For privately having a fetish about cannibalism or any of those things? If you're in a relationship or having a fling with someone who says that stuff to you, I understand there was coercion, etc. involved, but you say, look, it's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
Is it fair that your thoughts now can have you cancelled? Your thoughts can end your career, your private sexual thoughts.
If you keep them to yourself, then you're fine.
But who keeps in a sexual relationship, who keeps those thoughts to themselves? That's what he's saying. He shared that. And other women say, okay, that's freaky, equals he eats people. And people now think he's a cannibal, which isn't true.
Yeah.
It's the same thing we spoke about the other day about girls at the gym who film men looking at them, or they put cameras in their pockets so they can see guys looking at their bums. There's now a level of coercion that's going the other way, or entrapment or catfishing or what's it called, clickbaiting.
Yep.
Where
thirst trap.
It's thirst trap. People can't be free anymore, and rightly so, as I said. If he has been found guilty of coercion and abuse, that is one thing. But to be found guilty of having weirdo sexual thoughts...
So you're cannibal sympathetic then?
No, I'm not cannibal sympathetic, but I wonder where it ends. Do you need to have a gun holster taped to the side of your head so people can't plunder your thoughts and go public with them?
Yeah.
At what point is your private life no longer private, even your sexual fantasies?
Has my head turned into a giant T-bone steak? Because I notice you're salivating.
You'd be a pumpkin, let's face it.
Oh, no pet names at work.
Yeah, I don't look at you and think vegan.
Jam Nation. Jonesy and Amanda in the morning. 101.7 WSFM.
You'd like to walk back on something?
No, I'm not walking back on it. Just we're having a chat just then about Armie Hammer. And yes, he might be a giant creep. I wouldn't like to be with someone who fantasised about cannibalism. But thinking it and doing it are two different things. He's had to come out and say, I'm not a cannibal. The fact we haven't put out a press release saying we're not cannibals, does that mean we're cannibals? But no, thinking and doing are two separate things, and he's been painted with the doing brush.
Right. And you're not being painted with the doing brush.
I'm not a cannibal, Brendan.
Okay, I'm just saying.
And I'm not cannibal sympathetic.
Okay. Because we don't want people, everyone's so triggered. We don't want the cannibal people protesting the building, okay?
Well, the cannibal people would like it if they thought I was a cannibal, but I'm not.
You go around there and they put you in a big pot.
Yeah.
With a carrot.
Make a stock out of me.
Okay, well, let's play a song,
Let's do it.
And we'll all move on. How about that?
Jam Nation.
WSFM, hello there. It's Jonesy and Amanda. Sunny, 16 degrees in the city and out west. Right now it's 9 degrees.
I appreciate the song, Brendan.
Some people...
As I picked bones out of my teeth.
Some people listen to us for other things, I like to think that we straddle the whole thing. It's 6 to 9.
Everybody shout! Come on now, sing out! It's time for the Ghoulies get together.
Our favourite Ghoulie of the year wins $20,000 cash. What have we got?
What gets my ghoulies, and I'm sorry to sound like a middle-aged tosser, is that I can't sit back and enjoy being financially comfortable after 40 years in the workforce. I can't let go, run around turning off lights and buying things at the cheapest prices. My lovely car has features I'm half afraid to get used to in case I have to drive a car without them, and I worry about how my kids are ever going to buy their own homes. Not being able to let go and enjoy the fruits of my labours, that's what gets my ghoulies.
That actually is a very interesting ghoulie. I think a lot of us are like that. It doesn't matter how long you're working or how well you've done or any of that. You're still the person you were 40 years ago. You didn't have any of those things. At what point do you just go, it's going to be okay?
When do you sit back and
When do you
cruise?
sit back? That's a really interesting ghoulie. What else have we got?
What gets my ghoulies is when I go to musical theatre and the people around me who have been more than once think that they're a part of the cast and they sing along. Musical theatre is not a rock concert and does not require audience participation. When you attend musical theatre, please do not sing along with the cast. We're paying to hear the professional actors on stage. Be quiet and let everyone listen.
Musical theatre, that gets my ghoulies.
Yes, you have to be a bit more general than anything. Musical theatre gets you ghoulies.
Out with the bad, in with the good. If you dipped out, doesn't matter. You can always contact us via the iHeartRadio app. It is 4 to 9.
Caller, email or Facebook friend wins overnight accommodation at the Grace Hotel in a signature deluxe room with sparkling wine, complimentary minibar and Wi-Fi. It's a beautiful Art Deco hotel in the heart of the Sydney CBD.
You also get a Jonesy and Amanda tea towel and key ring as well.
We're discussing this morning how you know when you're officially old. A couple of great examples. When you've lived long enough days of your life to actually end a bottle of Worcestershire sauce and buy another one.
Just even say the word Worcestershire sauce.
What about rinsing out a disposable Ziploc bag because it wasn't quite dirty enough to throw away?
Last night, I wiped down a bit of Alfoil and I kept the Alfoil and I kept the paper towel that I wiped the Alfoil down with.
Yep, we're officially old.
It'll happen to you.
Here's Stephen from the Central Coast.
My father used to walk around with a tea towel over his shoulder, and every time he picked up a glass off a coffee table or a plate off the kitchen bench, he'd wipe it down. The other day I was looking for the tea towel and my 30-year-old daughter said it's over your shoulder.
Oh, yep. It happens to us all.
Righto, you two. That's enough.
How it feels next with WSFM's Total Recall. So I've got a bone in my throat from all I've eaten this morning.
We're, instead of leaning out, we're leaning right into this you're a cannibal thing.
I'm not a cannibal. Don't make me say it again. Check out all the stuff that didn't make it to today's show with our exclusive Jonesy and Amanda Cutting Room Floor podcast. It's on the iHeartRadio app.
You can catch us from 6 to 9 for Jam Nation.
See you then.
Good day to you.
Well, thank God that's over.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Wipe the tears, baby, from your eyes.
Catch Jonesy and Amanda's podcast on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Jonesy and Amanda's
Jam Nation podcast. Catch up on what you've missed on the free iHeartRadio app.